Hi friends! Today's book is called The Nowhere Box and our author is Sam Zuppardi. Now what I love about The Nowhere Box is that it is a book about using your imagination. I wonder what the little boy on the cover is using his imagination for. I notice shapes. I notice he has a hat on and a flashlight in his hands. What could he be pretending? Let's find out. Oh my gosh, our end pages are giving us a sneak peek. I see the little boy from the cover. It looks like he has some little brothers. And he does not look happy. He looks kind of frustrated, maybe even mad. Let's see. The Nowhere Box by Sam Zuppardi. And here we have a delivery man and his big delivery truck. What could be in that box? What's something that might be delivered to a house in a box so big? Do you have any good ideas? What could it be? Okay, let's see. George's little brother was being a real nuisance. That is a great word, nuisance. Can you say nuisance? Nuisance. A nuisance is something that's irritating, annoying, bothersome. It is not something that makes us feel good. So George thought his little brother was being a nuisance. And so was his even littler brother. Wow, I noticed George is the biggest, then he has a smaller brother, and then he has the smallest brother. Small, medium, large. Well, both George's brothers were being nuisances. Everywhere George went. I noticed George is going up the stairs. And his grown-up is getting that box from the delivery man. Well, everywhere George went, his little brothers followed. George had enough. They were even trying to follow him in the bathroom. The bathroom is a place where we want to give people privacy. Even our grown-ups deserve some privacy in the bathroom. Where are you going? Asked George's little brother. And his grown-up is opening that great big box. It's a washing machine. Did anyone guess it was going to be a washing machine? That was a great guess. I didn't know. George told his little brothers he was going nowhere and you can't follow me. Wow, George sounds upset. The box from the washing machine was just what George needed. He started drawing on it. He started cutting pieces out. He started adding things on. He started gathering supplies. What is he going to make? In no time, he was ready for his escape. And notice he's going inside the box. No wonder he had a flashlight then. He can still see inside the box. And look at all these buttons George has drawn. George pressed a button. Let's see what happens. And he was nowhere. Nowhere was vast and empty. Vast is another great word. Can you say vast? Vast. Vast means immense, huge, really big. It's vast and empty. Nowhere was very big. And there was nothing there. But not for long. Because when George started turning his box over, his imagination started thinking up wonderful ideas. Soon, nowhere was amazing. George pretended that his box was a roller coaster car and he was going up and down the hills around the loops. Nowhere was magnificent. George's box became a rocket ship. And he blasted off into space. Nowhere was stupendous. George's box became a pirate ship, and he sailed the open imagination seas. Meanwhile, George's little brothers were wondering where George had gone. He wasn't in the bedroom. He wasn't in the bathroom. He wasn't in the living room. Where was George? He's nowhere. He was nowhere. Look at George and his pretend pirate ship. But in nowhere, there were no enemy pirates to fight. And there were no dragons to be found. In fact, there was no one at all. No one but George. George looks a little sad. Maybe he's feeling a little lonely, alone. That's when George realized he knew just where to find great enemy pirates and pretty good dragons too. Can you think of anyone in George's family that might want to pretend with him? That might want to pretend to be pirates or dragons? With that thought, he hopped back in his ship and he set his course for home. Boop! George had already drawn a button with a picture of home so he could get back. George, where have you been? Asked his little brother. Oh, nowhere, said George. And here we have our end pages. George and his little brothers playing pirates. Do any of you have little brothers or sisters? Or maybe you are a little brother or a little sister? I'm the littlest sister in my family. Are any of you the littlest? Or maybe in the middle? Or maybe the very oldest? Sometimes with brothers and sisters, we can feel like the other people are kind of a nuisance. Sometimes we might get annoyed or irritated, frustrated, or mad at our brothers or sisters, especially if maybe we're spending a lot of time together, or maybe we've been stuck inside. George needed some time to himself, and he had a great idea that he could use his imagination and pretend to go somewhere else. A lot of times, a little bit of alone time and space, maybe going to our own room, or finding a book to look at on our very own. sometimes that's all we need to get back to being ready to play, to being a good brother or a good sister, being kind and including the people in our family in our games. Once George was nowhere for a little bit, he realized he missed his little brothers and he wanted to include them in his imagination play. And George's little brothers and George had a lot of fun once they started playing together again. Hi there! I was just hiding out in my new secret nowhere fort, just like George had. Do you have any boxes at your house? Ask your grown-up, because if you have a box, you could go anywhere. Let's see, I want to turn this box from a fort into, I know, maybe a boat. Can you row your boat with me? You ready? Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. Very nice. What else could this box become? How about a rocket ship? All right, are you ready? Zoom, 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 we're going to the moon. Zoom, 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 we're going to the moon. If you want to take a trip, climb aboard my rocket ship. Zoom, 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 we're going to the moon. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blast off! Whoa! Oh my gosh, do you guys see how amazing it is out here in space? Do you see any stars or planets? Wow! You could pretend to go anywhere. All you need is an old box. So check with your grown-up and see if you have any boxes around. And today, use your imagination and come up with somewhere stupendous to go. Friends, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you for joining me. I hope we all can choose to be kind today. See you soon.